Hi, if you've stumbled across this video, you might find it interesting. If you're someone who knows me, you probably know this story. You might know this story. If you're a student in one of my classes, then you've got this link and it's worth watching. It's worth knowing something about your professor. I'm here at the University of Illinois at Freer Hall. This is historically the home of, almost the home of American sports psychology. And I want to just tell you a little bit about me, a story, and I'll wrap it up. And so I started here in 1987 as a student. I had 4 majors in 4 semesters, which isn't the best way to do college. And I eventually stumbled upon the honors research program of psychology. That's a story in of itself. In brief, longtime family friend was the advisor of the psychology department, and Mrs. Dempsey it showed me how I could get into psychology, get in the honors program, because I was a good student, and so I could actually graduate, because here at Illinois in the 80s you had to graduate in 4 years or you got booted. That's not probably true anymore, but the 80s were a long time ago. And so what happened was I made an appointment right here in this building with Dr. Glenn Roberts to be my honors advisor. And so I walked over. I had on, it's 1989, I had on probably what I wore, I think pretty much what I wore for prom in 1987. So that wasn't the best look. And so I got here. That pole, I swear that pole is still the pole where the phone, you dial the phone. It's called a payphone. We don't think we have payphones in this world anymore. And I got here and I realized, and this is why it's good to know something about your professor. This is the story, the point of the story. I realized Illinois is the 4th largest library system in the world. I believe that's still true, at least in America. And I didn't know anything about the man. I had no idea who he was. And so I used some money, not much, a long time ago, and I put money into the payphone, and I called upstairs, the office right back up over there in that back corner. And Dr. Roberts' assistant answered the phone. I told her who I was. She said, "Well, what are you doing? You're supposed to be up here in 1 minute." I said, "I know, I'm just downstairs using the payphone." And she goes, "That doesn't make any sense." I said, "Well, I realized that I don't know who Dr. Roberts is, and I'll be a fool." I said, "What should I do?" She goes, "Well, I help him a lot with his papers. If he asks you what you're interested in, just say, 'Why people do things.'" And I said, "Really?" And she goes, "It doesn't matter. You have 30 seconds. Get up here. He doesn't like people to be late." So I cut the tape for a second to restart. I got too emotional. It's all right here. It's right here. So again, payphone, called, respond, why people do things. So I hustled on up the stairs, knocked on the door. Dr. Roberts opened the door. It's a beautiful office. Feels like it's all oak, big, huge. Not prefab wood, real wood, real furniture. And he asked me to sit down. I was like, a little couch. And he sat at his big desk, and he said, "Mark, what are you interested in?" I said, "Dr. Roberts, I'm interested in why people do things." He responded, "Great, so am I. I think this is going to work out just fine for you." It's worked out more than just fine. It was a long time ago, 1989. Haven't done anything else since. I was a janitor over there to make my way through college to live. Nothing wrong with that. I got $45 one time to be a volunteer assistant coach at a community college. After that, this is all I do. This is it. It all started right here. Point of the story is, it's good to know something about your professor or your to-be professor. Now you know. You know that Mark Lochbaum's interested in why people do things.